Hello on Twitch. I've got the stream on. Should be working. 2 more to join. We have Max is in. Callum's in. Camilu's already in. So that just leaves Joe and Jens. Okay. Jens is here, so Joe's the only one now. Scouser says, I'm so poor at Spain. I'm not surprised, mate. A lot of people have said that. You're not on your own side there. We have 19. No, 20 now. Meant to be. If Joe comes. If he doesn't, then we're just going to ready up straight away. Yeah. That's good. Hey Karuma, how are you, mate? Good to see you in chat. Looking forward to this one. Don't believe Joe's online. I'll give the order to ready up if I can't see he's online. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright. We're ready. Guys, ready up? Let's get going. Let's get ready for this race. Good luck, everyone. Just need to keep it on Discord quickly. So, a warm welcome back to CLR Friday for round 14 of the season at Circuit de Catalunya. Located just 27 kilometres from Barcelona, the fast-flowing corners of Spain will provide a sailing challenge for our grid tonight. Last time out, Baku declared war on CLR Friday drivers with just 4 finishers, and Callum somehow winning. I'm still trying to figure out how he won the race. I think it was luck. Anyway, Williams scored a huge haul and now have a 30-point lead over Mercedes, similar to Hump's 34-point lead over MJB in the Drivers' Championship. So what will change tonight? And yep, that's the intro for tonight's Spanish Grand Prix. Hello to all drivers in the game and in the chat, of course. Good to see a few of you talking. It's always nice to see drivers in the chat. We have 19 right now. We may have 20. We'll have to see if, obviously, Jo joins in. I'll keep an eye on Discord. But yeah, it should be an interesting race today. So, looking at the garages, we have now, the timer has begun, so nice quick start to the session. Let me just turn on telemetry for qualifying and lap data, track map, yes. It's all good. Hello Jens, good to see you in chat today. So we're going to wait for drivers to enter the track. It's a nice grid, a lot of drivers are here. Spain, very tricky track. Always a very big chance of an incident at this circuit. Yeah, it's very stacked grid. Jan says full dry race. Okay, that's good to hear. To be fair, you'd want a dry Spain race. It's always entertaining. Both Red Bull drivers then leaving the pit lane. We have a driver called Callum leaving the pits to begin the lap at Spain. Not begin the lap, just to begin the out lap at Spain. But lets me change this camera angle. Yes, it does. Good. So this Williams driver won, believe it or not, at Baku. So hopefully for him, he can have another strong race. I mean, both Williams were extremely strong at Baku. One was, well, currently in the chat, one was taken out, really. He had a very late incident. Was not very, two very late incidents. One on lap 25, one on lap 26. But Callum was the beneficiary of all the chaos, and, well, he won. Maybe with some luck, but yeah, luck was the reason. But yeah, you know, you have to be there, be in it to win it. So let's see what the Williams can do today. I remember having a very good battle with him at this track earlier on in this game. I think this was the launch season. I had a good battle with him for about 10-20 laps. It was just a normal battle, really, at Spain. Bit DRS changing here and there. But well, let's now watch on board with Callum for the first lap of the day. So let's go on board with him. So he opens the DRS. I wonder how much straight line speed he's going to have in that car. Of course, you want to be looking at about maybe 203, something like that, on them for a mixed setup. So it was a decent turn 1. Let's just keep watching on board of him. Turn 3, the long right-hander into turn 4. Callum takes the inside curve, 4th gear. Looks a bit safe. I think maybe 5th gear would be my preferred through that corner. He drops the 2nd gear. I'd think maybe 4th gear through there in the Quali trim. Now Callum comes towards turn 7 now. Drops the 4th. It's not the worst gear you could take for that. I would take 5th gear personally. Callum now through the long right-hander. Don't want to touch that curb too much. That could be an incident waiting to happen for him. And now drop down with Callum. 2nd gear. Short shifts to 3rd, 4th. Goes to 5th, then for 4th. Callum through turn 12 now. That corner is not one I like. 13, flat out. This obviously the fast section, which was changed a few years ago in Formula 1. Now that completes the first lap of the day. Callum 13.3. Scouser 12.4. Not so washed then. Scouser. Yurt's about to complete a lap. And he crossed the line and goes P3. So 2 attempts for Callum, not the worst. There's a yellow flag in that last sector. Boomba, P2. Another Red Bull cross line. Blow goes provisional pole, 12.0. As we see Max in the Haas the 40th driver in the Friday tier this season. Max is P3 at the moment. Good lap from him in the Haas. MJB goes P3. Weren't sure about if he was racing or not, but he has confirmed he's racing. Souls' teammate is P8. And a warm welcome back to CLR Friday. Kayam. This is a name we're very familiar with at the start of the season. He took 2 poles to open the season. Kayam in the Mercedes now, as he's reserving tonight. Not a main driver, but he's a reserve. Kayam across the line goes P3, so good first lap. Puts himself third. He wants to emulate some pole positions he got earlier in the season. Hump, the championship leader, goes P2. That's a good lap. Splits to Red Bull, so it's Red Bull, Mercedes, Red Bull, Mercedes. And then we have a Ferrari, it looks very realistic up. Jordan's back after missing the last 2 races. What can the Aston Martin do? The Boogeyman goes P3 as Jordan crosses the line and goes P11. So, yeah, relative just a lap on the board for him to start the session off. Currently on the lap we have Jens through the flat-out right-hander of turn 9. So, into the left-hander we go of Jens. Obviously, auto gears helping him out on this lap. Now, a bit too inside on that corner. I mean, he did go too inside, which crashed me and MJB out. But, yeah, Jens obviously wants to emulate that success he had, I guess. Now he comes through the final corner. This is going to be his first lap of the day. Goes P2. Good lap. That's decent. Let's watch Karuma then. So, he was having a very good race at Baku before he got disqualified. I'm not sure the reason. I think it was the drive-through. He didn't serve it quick enough. Or it just reached the end of the race, the limit. Oh, it was a correction he had to make. A little bit of a slide through turn 7. Now, flat out, Karuma. That's turn 8, actually. I meant to say that because that's the flat hand of 9. Into 10 then. So he gets down to second gear, sorry. He was very high on the revs in second gear. You're probably better off in third gear. But Karuma then testing the extremities of his car and the track. So we now come through the final corner of turn 14. Karuma opens the DRS and his first lap of the day is for P15. Bjorn Quint. So the Alpine driver, it's good to see him on the track as always. Bjorn, he had a safety car crash in Baku, which was very surprising. Don't normally see that from him. Obviously his good friend MJB has just gone P2, Blow leading early on with a very strong lap of 12.0, but Bjorn, nice wide line there into 12. Nothing too terrible with this lap at the moment. Let's keep on board with the Alpine through the last corner as Bjorn now is going to set the timing boards alight with a P number 8. So obviously not his best lap ever, but not a bad lap, banker lap really. Just want a lap on the board. A lot of cars bunched up at turn 1. Hobnob, I just saw he flashed up. He's gone P2. So a 12.1 for Hobnob. Not bad at all. I have to say, he's very, very quick race driver. His quali pace is strong as well, but it's not as strong as his race pace. Very, very good. Right, we're going to watch on board Camilo then. He's going to get a toe off a Mercedes. I think that Merc needs to get out of the way. He does just about. That was very close. But Camilo get the benefit of a slight toe on that back straight, second straight. Oh, a bit of a slide as well through turn 12. Caught that well, Camilo. No, he can be very drifty. He's taken the seat of the Drift Master Lemmy today. As Camilo uses the curb, turn 14, goes P7. That's decent enough. Watch on board with Reg now. He's going to set a lap. P3. That's a good lap, Reggie. That's a strong lap to start his Spanish Grand Prix. It's a nice lap from him. Really good. Right, have we got any drivers finishing a lap? We've got Yurts crossing the line to start a lap. Is anyone finishing behind him? I can't see anyone finishing. Let's keep on board with Yurt then. Let's go on board with Yurt for a lap. So, yeah, he scored a very good race in Monza, I remember. He got P9, I think. That was a pretty good race from Yurt. Obviously, he took a gamble on the softs in that race. I see on the minimap, actually, Boogeyman's gone off on his outlap, just wide. But on board with Yurt then. So, he'll be looking for points today, of course. 19 drivers, so obviously more competition today. But I'm sure Yurt will be trying his utmost. As now he opens the DRS on this back straight. Just brakes before the 50-meter board for turn number 12. As we see, Blow has gone into the 11s. It's a good lap from the Red Bull. We're going to come back to Yurt as I cut away slightly. Cayenne went P5 just then. But we're focusing with Yurt on board for the final corner then. Totally flat out, as you would expect, really. Yurt crosses the line and goes... He's improved his lap time, but not position. So he's P19 for now. He's actually seen a jump from Souls, which puts Yurt at the back for now. Feel most very close in that mid-pack. A lot of drivers currently 8 temps off, or is just the second off. And there's a lot of drivers 4 temps off. You've got that P5 down to P10, all within the same temp. So it's very close here at Spain. Obviously, Blow has just set a provisional lap time for pole. Now I want to see this guy win a race in this league, Blow. He's been driving very well recently. He's been there. He could definitely win a race, but I think it's just a matter of time for him. Boogman goes P2 though, and this is a man who did win a race. He won in the Singapore Thursday tier as a reserve. Now, as the McLaren main driver, he'll be trying to get those points for the Papaya team. So that's good enough for him. Callum currently 14th. I don't think that's representative, really. There's a few drivers out of position. There's some very strong laps. It's a very strong field, this, you have to say. A lot of very strong drivers, and it's going to be very competitive today, I can tell. That top 11, they're all very quick drivers. And obviously drivers out of the top 11. So I'm sure a lot of these guys will be looking for those points. Let's have a look at the chat now. So, Scouser says 4 temps off pole. That's poor. It's very close, mate. Let me just say. I'm sure this field is going to get even more closer when these laps are completed. But watch more Boomber as I look through the chat. George, I heard you talk about the crash from Thursday. Let's talk about testing. Reversing back onto the grid. Well, you know, it was just something I was trying out in testing because, you know, it's testing, isn't it? It's not a proper race. So you've got to test out things in testing. That's what testing's for. So, yeah. That's my verdict on that. Watching on board with Boomba. Drops to 3rd gear. A bit surprised by that, but I think you'd want to maintain it in 4th. I like this track. I'm very strong at this track, personally. I do enjoy racing here. Boomba then's going to cross the line. It goes P5. That's a strong lap. And, well, a strong lap puts him P5. Obviously, Boomba has wins on the Thursday tier, but the Friday tier has not been so kind to him. He did pick up a podium in Baku, though. At P3. I want to talk about the guy who got his best result on the Friday tier in his whole CLR career, but he races only on Fridays. It's Yaz. Picked up a P2 at Baku. Now, well done to him, because that's obviously his best finish on this in this league. So actually, congratulations to Yaz. That's his first podium and his best finish. So yeah, he'll be hoping for similar results to come soon, but maybe some realism on that side as well. Jordan is not on a lap at the moment. We've got Camilo about to finish a lap. You've got Polish friend Boomba. They were teammates at the start of the season, but Camilo obviously dropped to reserve. He's in the Sauber today. So it'll be interesting to see how Camilo gets on. We are about to really get started for the final laps. I think it will be fitting to watch on board with the provisional pole sitter then, Blow. Blow, let's just go on board with him. Let's see what he does at Spain, which puts him P1. So, 11.9 at the moment. Let's see what Blow can do here. Hits in hot lap, use a bit of overtake as well. We're looking at about 204 mile an hour for Blow on that straight. A bit faster than what we've seen already, but a little bit of overtake was used. Keeping the revs nice and high. 6th gear, I would say for this corner it would be 5th gear in qualifying. Boomba drops to, not Boomba, Blow drops to 4th, which is respectable, but it just gets a bit of wheel spin. 2nd gear, through this corner. Am I just talking rubbish? But I think that's 4th gear in Quali, 3rd in the race. Come towards 8, the left-hander. Takes a nice amount of curb there. To be fair, it didn't unsettle the car, which was good. So Blow's probably going to gain a lot of lap time out of that line. Goes into 7th gear then. And we're going to see heavy shifting down towards 3rd gear. Take the outside of the track, then try and drifting to this turn 12 without doing the ends. But now we go shifting up with Blow. Is this going to be yet another P1 lap time from him at this track? Blow uses all his overtake and he goes just under his lap time, so 23 thousandths off his personal best. Jens, you can't test in a real race. Come on, mate. That's not fair. That's not fair, mate. Let's watch with Hump then. Championship leader then. Who is ahead of MJB at the moment. But your championship leader then in the Mercedes. He's Mercedes driver on both days, I believe. So he'll be hoping, obviously, to continue that 34-point lead. He's a massive championship leader at the moment. But Humph improves to P4, and it was just a marginal improvement of 55 thousandths. So a lot of these guys, if they can find a 10th or so, they'll gain a lot of places. And that's evident looking at, like, let's look at Jens, right? If he gets a 10th, he would, or just slightly over a 10th, he could be on the 2nd row. So there's a lot of lap time in it. Right, so the first out laps are really beginning. I think we have Kuruma on the lap right now. No, Kuruma's not on the lap. I think Kayam's going to be starting the lap soon. He's going really slowly. I think he's just letting some drivers through. Oh no, the Sauber has stopped right behind him. They're both going really slow here. It's like watching trucks on the track or something. I don't know. Anyway, Kuruma's pitting, so let's keep an eye on that Sauber then. Yaz will be on the lap. Right, let's watch the board with the driver who got P2 last week out in Baku. So where will Yaz get with this lap? Getting the Americans confused. Anyway, the Sauber, was he going to put that car anywhere higher than P18? Would hope so. Relatively calm turn 1. Didn't look like he was overly aggressive. Just collective driving there. Using a bit of overtake there. He's got plenty of overtake in reserve on that green bar. If you look at the green bar, that's how much overtake you have left to use on the lap. And if it goes under that green bar, you're going to have the deploy use message. Blow retires. Understandable, because he's completed his last lap already. Anyway, Yaz on the track. Left-hander in turn 8. Slightly wide of the optimal line we saw from Blow. I think that would be the optimal line, but Yaz obviously having a different line through there. DRS opens on the Sauber car, using more overtake. Going to drop down some gears. A lot of traffic ahead. They need to all get out the way. As Yaz puts his car 4th gear. Yep, I think that's relatively good from Yaz. There's an Alpine in the way. Needs to make his way. To be fair, I don't think that's impeding, but Yaz is going to get a nice little slipstream at the end of this lap. And Yaz, P12, so not the worst lap I've seen. We're going to now watch Kayam pits. Kayam did not get a better lap. I'm going to just a bit lost at the moment. Let's try and find Bionu starts a lap. I believe Hump's finishing. Oh, there was a Sauber go off. Hump's finishing a lap. Hump doesn't improve, so P4 at best. Next driver is going to be the Haas of Hobnob. He's improving slightly, 27 thousandths up. Last sector needs more time, probably more time in it. He's using overtake. As he uses 6th gear, absolutely flat now. More overtake out the last corner. Hobnob, is this going to be pole position? No, it's very close though, 85 thousandths. We've got Ferrari next. MJB is going to be the next driver, followed by a Haas. MJB, it's not an improvement. Max goes P8 though, so that's a strong lap. As although there's not an improvement there, we're looking at the Aston Martin now. Boomba sideways. Boomba sideways. His teammate then was Jordan. Getting confused with all the drivers, but Jordan goes P17. Behind him's an Alpine. Reggie doesn't improve. Bjorn will be next because Boomba doesn't improve, obviously, with that spin. Bjorn's going to be going through the final corner now. Overtake. What is he going to do? It's P13 for Bjorn. Yaz is not going to improve. And Humph is not improving. So that's your grid. And Blow takes pole for the Spanish Grand Prix. Now that was a very strong lap from Blow. 11.9. It was not even his last lap, but it's a good pole position for him. So congratulations to Blow. Very strong lap. A lot of drivers making some errors on that last lap. I would invite Kamilu if it said he disconnected or... Yeah, I sent an invite. He should be able to take control during the race because it said he left. So yeah, that was an interesting qualifying. So yeah, let's see how the grid gets on in this race. I just need to reset the stream. Not reset the stream, just get my video back up. But here's your qualifying result. A surprise lap from Callum puts him 16th, but Silent Yerton last. So it goes Souls, Jordan, Callum, Karuma, Yaz, Bjorn, Scouser, MJB, Kayam, Jens, Max, Kamilu, Boomba, Reggie, Hump, the Boogeyman, Hobnob, and Blow takes pole position. That was an interesting quality. It's very close in that midfield pack. Just look at that. From 4th down to 11th. That's tight margins. Very tight margins. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how this drivers get on. It was very close. Scouser says he got blocked. Yeah, if you got blocked, mate, put a report in if necessary. I just need to quickly... Oops. Just put a quick commercial on. Right. So I'm going to quickly have a look at the... just a quick break, really. If anyone wants to chat, feel free. But yeah, that was an interesting quality. Just... Yeah, it's very tight in there. Hopefully everyone keeps to the ready up rule. Beyond got noted for impeding. Well, got noted. If someone reports it, probably will see a penalty, I think. You can, mate. I need to send another invite then. Kamilu, blimey. I've sent you an invite, mate. Okay. We're just waiting for, obviously, the Callum to message the drivers to ready up. But yeah, nice little view of the DHL sign, eh? Some of the garages. Well, we may see some. He's in. All right, we'll just wait then. We've got 19 then on the grid. It will be obviously very interesting to see what happens. Just a little bit of a informal break, but yeah, obviously this is going to be an interesting first lap, especially at Spain, and obviously the race ahead. It's always an interesting race at Spain, on this game at least. Real life, not so much, but on this game, it doesn't disappoint. Right, ready up has been ordered. I've got the chat. Good luck, guys. I now hear the timer going down. So obviously, welcome back to CLR Friday. Formation lap is about to get underway. Camillus will be able to take control of that car. He is in the session. Telemetry will be off for the race. Interval. And tyre. Right, mixed tyre set then. So it's put... no, it's not put. The drivers have put themselves on the tyre. I haven't picked their tyres. Top 6 all on mediums. 7th, 8th, 9th. So Camilo, Max and Jens on the softs. Then we've got 10th to 14th on the mediums. Karuma picks soft. Then we've got Callum on the mediums. Jordan, soft tyres and mediums for Souls and Yurt. Will be interesting, of course, to see, obviously, who will be able to make the best strategy work here. So I'm just going to quickly go through some track stats. 14 corners here at Spain. 6 left-handers and 8 right-handers. Overtaking spots will be down turn 1 and turn 10. Safety car race, I'll say it starts higher and then it drops as we go through the race. Strategy, I would say medium hards here, or hard medium, but I wouldn't rule out soft medium because I've seen some drivers try that in the past, or maybe a soft hard as well. CLR Spain winners, shout out to my dudes. Season 2 Sloth. Launch season, I won the race, so yeah, a big shout out to me. Season 3 Friday went to Draco, and Thursday tier and season 4 went to Alex. And the track length is 4.657 kilometers or 2.89 miles. 33 laps ahead of us. And my prediction for today's race. So I'm going to say to win the race. I'm going to say Hump to win, P2 MJB, and podium. Let's go Reggie. Why not? Why not? So good luck then to all our drivers as we are about to get underway for the CLR Friday Spanish Grand Prix round 14. We're going to have those lights now. Come on, because we have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's going Spain. So everyone jump the start. No, it's just the game. Anyway, Blow covers off Hobnob. He'll look for a move on the inside. Would he, Hobnob? Hobnob is going to go on the inside into turn 1 on Blow. Blow holds a position on the outside. Bit of contact. The boogeyman is through. Oh, the Hobnob. A bit of contact at the back. Camilo obviously not being able to take control, I think. Has lost time. Looking at a move. Reggie and side by side with Kayam, and Reggie's off the track. Reggie is losing positions. He's been pushed off. Oh, there's a flying Sauber there. Yaz into the barriers. That was a flying Sauber. I'm not sure, obviously, what Camilo's car is doing. Oh, there's an off. Boomba's in the barriers as well. Big off. And that's a VSC already. So 2 guys with big contact on the first lap. We have Boomba and Yaz into the barriers early on. Both taking heavy front wing damage. Camilo, I think, has been able to take control now. I don't know if he has control or not, but he's lost a lot of time. Okay. So obviously we have a VSC after lap 1 here at Spain. There was a bit of I think Kayam made contact with it was Boomba. Boomba went flying off into the barriers out of turn 8. Let's see who the winners were at the start before we go on. Jordan's out. Jordan's parked it. Oh, he's crashed out there. I think he's crashed in the pit entry. Camilo has control. I think it's just a bit of a glitch. Right, pit stops early on then, so hard's on for Boomba, and he's retired already. Both Astons are out. Yaz is in, new front wing on. Right. Camilo is going to come into the pit lane. So if we lost 3 drivers on the first lap then, that's not ideal. Some contacts here and there. Obviously that was... The race is now back underway, so... The big... Oh, there's an Kayam going wide, and that's going to allow Max through. Max gets through, so Max into the top 5. That's a good start from him. Kayam, will he look for a move here into turn 9? Kayam on the inside. as Max defends that position, swooping round the outside, and he holds the place. So Max Tier trying his best. And we have side-by-side action, MJP and Jens. Jens has been pushed off. I think Jens has been pushed off in his corner, which he caused all the chaos on the Thursday tier race, has been pushed off by MJP. So it's like, nah, mate, I'm coming back at you. Right, at the front, Boogeyman's going for a move, and that's a position. So that's P number 1 for the Boogeyman. There's a bit of a break board being taken out. Oh, side by side behind. As there's Jens is coming down the order. Lost more positions. Beyond giving the place to Jens. And they're sliding through turn 3. But beyond this into P9 at the moment. So a bit of a chaotic start here at Spain. We see a move to P12. Callum looks on Karuma. He's through. So P12 for the Williams. Williams need to try and push up the field. It's like Humph is going to be gaining points on the Mercedes team are gaining points on Williams, as Reggie is in a bit of a Williams sandwich at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see how that goes off. We have an off, and that's Karuma and Sol's going off, both of them. So obviously that was a bit of a chaotic one. As we see more side-by-side action, Jens and the Silver Fox. The Silver Fox is not going to gain positions. Oh, Reggie! That's a huge crash! That is a massive crash. Reggie's out. That's going to be a safety car, surely. That's an absolutely huge crash. I literally saw his car flying there, Reggie. And that's the 4th retirement already. So that's chaotic, let's just say. That's the full safety car. I see the safety car on the track now. So what's going to happen here? Reg is out. I think he lost it out of turn 12. Huge shunt. Huge. Massive crash. But anyway, a bit of a repeat back here early on, I'll say. That was a bit of a crash heavy start. Groomer then pits. So he is going to be P14. Hard tyres on. Are we going to see a bit of strategy games here? So is anyone going to come into the pits early? Anyone going to stick it out? That was just an interesting start, really. That was a bit chaotic in there. So we're just going to keep an eye on these front guys. We lost Jordan on the first. I think he crashed in the last corner. Pit entry, maybe. Camille retired. He couldn't get control of the car. Boomba had big contact on the first lap and retired due to the damage. And Reggie crashed turn 12. So this big shunt for Reggie. I mean, I'm not really sure. That is a huge one. But Boogeyman's... Oh, he psyched him. He psyched him. Blows in, though. Maybe he did mean to come in. Humps in as well. I think we're going to see a lot of pit stops here. And, well, I think that will be the right decision. That's probably the right call to get your pit stop out the way now. The hards can go very long here. We did see that on the Friday tier race last season as well. A lot of pit stops here. Max is going to have to wait behind his teammate. Hobnob gets the hards on. And we'll see hard tyres for Max as well. So loads of hard tyres. I just see hard tyres everywhere. Max is going to lose places, I think, as a result of that double stack. But a bit of a field-changing scenario. A lot of pit stops have just occurred. And the top 5 stayed out. So Boogeyman, Kayam, MJB, Bjorn and Yurt all stayed out. So obviously those guys behind have got their pit stops done. They can go to the end. Those hards can go to the end for sure. I've seen that before. But it will be interesting, obviously. Can they survive on these guys? Obviously Blow is in control of this race. Or in control of the guys who pit. Currently, he is net P1, but not P1 on track, obviously. Good start from Yurt, P5. Nice to see him in the top 5. Obviously, all those guys pitting have created this field spread situation. Well, a field imbalance, really, because these guys haven't pitted and those guys behind have. So, it'll be interesting to see how the different strategies play out. But safety car here at Spain, and it's an early risk of a safety car here, definitely, when the cars are really bunched up together. But yeah, should be an interesting one. We're seeing Callum box again. Has he got a wing change to do or something? Yeah, I think he forgot to change his wing. He's gone on to mediums though, so it will be interesting then. Will Callum stick with those mediums, or will he just come back in for hards in the next lap? If there is a next lap of this sale, I think it might actually come in this lap. But let's see what can come of this situation for the Williams driver. So obviously I want to try and hear from some of the guys who have retired. If there's any messages in Discord. Can't see anything at the moment. Obviously it's not the best start for a lot of those guys, but yeah, if they come in the chat, guys who retired, let's hear your thoughts. Or anyone who's racing, maybe just quickly put in chat what your thoughts on the start. Or just don't crash anyone, but just quickly type a message out. Safety car will be in this lap. So Boogeyman will have control then. He's got the lead at the moment. Kayam's currently P2. So it will be interesting to see how Kayam gets on. Obviously now racing on PC rather than PS. But it will be interesting then to watch with Boogeyman. When would he decide to go? I'd say just last possible moment, or try and psych him out before the last corner. Just try and get going when obviously they're not expecting it. Just on board with him. Let's just watch behind. When is he going to decide to go, the McLaren driver? Let's go off board now, and he's gone just before the last corner, so he has built himself a little bit of breathing space to climb 6/10 as we see the field just getting underway cleanly. Let's now watch the ball with Blow. Is this going to be a move on Dermia straight away? Dive bombs into turn 1. Blow, that's a clean move. And that is a really nice late breaking move on Yurt. So obviously Blow has passed one of those guys straight away. We see side by side then Callum Karuma with a big moment. Nearly resulted in a huge spin. But a good restart then for the Boogeyman. Has built a 7/10 gap. MJB 6/10 behind. Looks like Kayam maybe losing time in these corners with gains by MJB. Yurt just needs to stay in the train really. But Blow's looking quite strong here. He is very strong. There's Kayam Ghosted has a mistake, I think. But MJB is into P2. And I think that has just built a nice gap for the Boogeyman, who's currently 1.6 ahead. It has built a nice gap. I don't need to even think about that. Callum into P13 then. Let's track on board with the Williams as a nice move on Yaz out of turn number 10. So Callum trying to recover after a bit of a shaky start. DRS enabled. 1.9 second gap in the lead. Will Kayam look for a move on MJB? He's in the slipstream. He's going to go on the outside, isn't he? No, MJB does defend it though. But Kayam actually does go on the outside. Surprisingly, MJB defends quite well. No, not surprisingly, he did defend well. But will Blow look for more moves? As we see Max making a move on Scouser. Scouser and Max side by side. And we see a move, Humph. Max holds position, Humph. Yurt is losing places. Let's watch on board. He's going side by side with Hobnob. Nice swooping move from Hobnob then. As all this battles at the front, I think I need to keep an eye on this more. A nice gap is being built at the front by the Boogeyman, because MJB and Kayam are having a big battle here. As Blow is getting really near. I think this is going to be a dive bomb. No, it's not. Kayam does a dive bomb and Blow follows through. MJB loses 2 places then in just 1 corner as Blow gains position as a result. Kayam getting really twitchy out of turn 12. And this really close battling is allowing a nice gap for Boogeyman. But it's really helping Blow here as Kayam goes off the track. And this is going to be a big move for Blow then. Because this could be absolutely massive in his race. MJB is getting a nice double slipstream. It's going to be a double move, isn't it, for MJB? So he lost 2 places in a row. But Blow late braking. Late braking. There's just enough space for MJB, who just gets a bit of a tap. And MJB's off. MJB is off. That is a huge moment in his race. Contact with Blow out into turn 2. And Kayam's been a victim of that as well. So that is a huge moment for those guys. I'm not sure if that was like blow on blow fully. Maybe MJB could have been considered that just to, you know, play it safe. But this battles are really close here with the guys who have pitted and the guys who have not. And Beyond is currently P7. But Yurt is looking on the outside. And oh my word, there's wings flying, everything. And we have a VSC. Because Scouse has gone off. That's why. And it's a very scrappy race in that midfield, I have to say. Absolute massive scrappy race. But VSC has now neutralised the race. Oh no! Boogeyman drive-through penalty. Speeding under the VSC. No, that's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to see. And he immediately pits. Is this first pit stop or retirement? Let's see what happens. Boogeyman's in. Lap 10 then of the Spanish Grand Prix. I think he's just doing it, serving his pit stop. Callum's in. The VSC is still out. Is it though? Oh, it's not out anymore. Oh, it was nearly a great restart by Hobnob. Scouser retires, 5th victim already. More pit stops occurring. Just those guys now taking an opportunity to box. Yeah, currently still in P6, the only guy who has not pitted at this stage. So Humph and Blow are battling at the moment. Hobnob's in that train as well. Jens P4. So yeah, Jens has gained places. Nice for him. Max is doing very well. P5 at the moment in the Haas. Both Haas cars looking very strong at the minute. With P6, obviously you need to try and limit the damage. Of course, those tyre wear is going to hit him. But obviously with all those incidents and drivers picking up drive-throughs, there could be opportunities for Yurt still. But obviously, there are opportunities for him. So, back to the front. 7 tenths of a gap between Blow and Hump. And Blow, well, we'll have to see what happened with MJB. It looks very close with them two, but is this going to just be a nice DRS pass for Hump? Looking towards turn 1. Would it be late on the brakes? No, sticks behind. Understandably, doesn't want to really risk it. Boogeyman comes into service drive-through. Yeah, actually pits now. I think he may have missed his opportunity under the VSC. But Yurt has now pit. So let's see where he will come out. So it looks like he will come out into the battle with just ahead of Callum actually. So Yurt has found himself in P9. So that's a very nice position at the moment. MJB and Callum will fight. MJB now into P10. MJB trying to recover them after a bit of chaos. But Bjorn will have to recover as well, because Kayam got caught up in that incident earlier on, and Bjorn, I think, maybe as well. So a lot of guys taking front wings damage. Oh, there's an off. Karuma's gone absolutely flying off the track. He's lost his front wing. That's not going to be a VSC or a safety car, but he has undoubtedly lost a lot of time with that. There's a huge gap at the front. Huge field spread early on. But now we're looking at this battle for the lead. So it looks like Blow is holding position. Humph being sensible, of course, and just sticking in there. Hobnob is just behind. So the man who's going for the Thursday title, along with MJB in that battle, is going to try and hold on to the Friday opportunities. Humph has literally got one hand on that title, though, because MJB is having another bad day, and Humph, what is a bad day for him? Anyway, turn number 1 is a move for the Scarlet Ferrari. MJB is into P8. Oh, Callum was trying to see a gap there on Yurt, but unfortunately for Callum, the gap wasn't there, and Yurt defends the P9 position. So obviously Yurt has got a good chance of points. Let's now see what he can do defensively. There's a lot of battles still. So now we'll keep an eye on this one. This is the fight then for P1. Humph is 4 tenths behind. I think this will be his move. Humph will look to the outside, switch to the last minute. Humph takes the lead of the race. Championship leader in the lead of the race. And not a surprise, he's been flawless. It's been incredible stuff. Both McLarens going side by side. Yeah, on Boogeyman. Oh, contact between the McLarens. Yeah, obviously making a slight tap with Boogeyman. I think they may just let him go, or Boogeyman obviously looks fast in Yurt at the minute. Of course, Yurt will fight. Not a surprise. Everyone wants to fight. This is racing. Will Callum look for a move on MJB? The McLarens will go side by side into turn 1. Boogeyman with a move that was made easy for him because his teammate just really let him go, to be honest. Right. Oh, Kayam's struggling, I think, with track limits. That's a 3-second penalty. Oh, he's struggling with his rear as well. And Beyond is looking on the outside in towards turn 4. That's Beyond into P12. So Beyond back into the points of the race. Points playing position. I think Kayam just maybe struggling a bit here. It's obviously maybe his first league race in a while. But he is still in there for sure. He can do something here. He's a race winner. Of course he can. Oh, there's a switch at the front. We're just focusing on the guys at the back, but Blow's back into the lead now. So obviously Humph, the top 3 then. Blow, Humph and Hobnob. We see a move for P12. Kayam retakes the position on Beyond. So he's obviously not making it easy, and that's a good thing to see because you want to see a lot of racing. Yeah, it's hanging on in there with DRS. Maybe he's going to have a good chance to keep up with the likes of MJB and Callum. Callum's then going to P8. That's a nice move for Callum. Just the DRS assisted pass. There's a battle building up then for P5 because it looks like Yaz, who had a very difficult start. Yaz, obviously with that front wing damage early on, is currently running P6 and Souls is behind him. So obviously Max is the 40th driver of this Friday tier this season, and Max did score a podium in Baku in the season 3 Friday tier, and Yaz also scored a podium in Baku, but just a season later. So what will these guys? How will these guys battle? Kayam's out. That's a retirement. What's happened there? Has he just dropped it somewhere, or did he retire on track, or I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. Seems like a very difficult one to tell. I think he just retired from the race, it seems. Right, side by side through turn 12. Doesn't normally end well, but the Boogeyman is trying to hold it on the outside. No, he can't. Callum is holding these guys up. P8 is a good score. 4th and 8th is a good score, really, for Williams. They just need to try and match Merck, really. We see a move. That's P8 for MJB. Boogeyman's going on the outside into turn 1. No, MJB defended that well, but he's gone really deep. He's gone deep, MJB over the curbs, and he's lost 2 places all of a sudden. And that's front wing damage, I think, for Callum as well. Yep. His right end plate is gone. So, yeah, more damage for Callum. It goes running outside of turn 4. It looked like a really testing move on MJB. We nearly got it. Oh, there's more contact. As these two are coming to blows, it seems. I think obviously that front wing damage is going to hurt Callum a lot. Boogeyman's getting on with it though. He's broken DRS. As the Williams driver may look for a move back to the front. No, there's not a move at the front. It looks like Blow is holding P1 at the minute. So yeah, a good few laps of Blow in the lead still. Callum is going to try and hold on to the Ferrari. What can Callum do with that front wing damage? Maybe he can fight. Maybe he can make a move. Obviously, he's going to get more straight line speed. Will he use his ERS? Well, I think MJB is struggling as well. I can't lie. I think there's a bit of lag. But MJB holds P9. Karima currently 13th, so this is the only driver who's not going to get points at the moment. But the battle for the lead then continues with Humph looking for yet another win. There's an off. That's Callum. He's gone sideways. He's gone off the track. Spin. That was... I didn't catch that. Maybe he's gone wide at turn 4. That's a possibility. But Callum has now lost even more front wing. So yeah, not what you want to see. Blow and Humph. This is what you want to see. A nice little battle for P1. Hobnob is just sticking in there because you have to. Right, P5 battle's on then. Yaz has passed Max. But Max is going to try and fight this one. Yaz covers it well. So that's a nice move for the Sauber driver. Obviously, Max reserving today in the Haas. Looks like a nice position on for him. If he can definitely just get to the end with no safety car interventions and stuff, well, P7 at minimum. Obviously, he's got a good chance at P5. Looks like Yaz is losing time to Jens. He's currently running a lonely race. Callum's out. He's retired. So everyone who finishes the race will now be in the points, which has been an absolute chaotic race so far. But, hello Reggie. What happened to you, mate? What happened? I want to interview you in the chat. Anyway, Mercedes versus Red Bull for the lead here in Spain. And it looks like Blow is holding his own today in P1 for now. I think Humph is just playing the safe strategic game. Just stay with him. Simple as that. Nothing stupid. That's a fair policy. Reg says skill issue. Oh no. That's not what I want to hear. Yeah, mate. Your crash looked quite terrible on board because your car went flying into the barrier. It literally was flying. It's not what you want to see, but yeah. Hopefully, next time for Reggie will be much better. Had a very strong qualifying, but he's retired. Reg says felt like Mazepin. Well, to be fair, Mazepin does not qualify high up on the grid, so you're not Mazepin. Mazepin, yeah, that's not a fair comparison, mate. Max receives a 3 seconds, P6 currently, so obviously the highest prospects are getting the top 5, but you can still fight on. Maybe Yaz or Souls will receive a 3 seconds as well. There's a long way left in this race. I wouldn't say Spain is the most difficult on track limits. It's really if you're battling someone you don't want to go off track. Because you will pick up warnings for that, but I can't really think of many corners which are such a risk to track limits. Oh, you did qualify high, mate. You had a good lap. Anyway, Max is trying to go for a move on Yaz. No. Yaz just had enough space, let's just say, and holds the P number 5 for now. So Blow doing his utmost. I saw a red light on that Red Bull. Is he just charging up now, or I think perhaps, or maybe he's low on ERS? Let's take a peek of his ERS level. Yeah, he's in none. I'm not surprised. To be fair, I think a lot of these guys will want to be on near 100% battery for like late stages, because that's going to be important. But this is the medium phase of the race. Just got to stick in it, stick with it, and see what's on the cards. Hobnob currently in 3rd, so obviously he will be in a good position as well for a P2, maybe a P1 if maybe you can ask the questions, but it will have to be later in the race because DRS trains are very difficult to pass in. Right, is Humph going to go for a lead? There's a little yawn. I'm a bit tired, but Humph, a nice decision to stick back. Max is now P5 again. Souls is 2 stopping then, so he's onto mediums. Is this going to be like a genius strategy by Ferrari, or is he just trying something different today? You know, he's running around in that position, and yeah, he's still going to be out of MJB. Or is he just going to be just behind? Or is just going to be just behind of both of those cars? Because Boogeyman and MJB squeezed past. So Souls will have to make positions up. But yeah, let's keep an eye on Souls. Souls will have to make those tyres come to use. very quickly. You want to make those moves, of course. Humph and Blow continue to fight. It's not really a fight, to be honest. It's just DRS trainage. Nothing much I can say. Yeah, Reg, just stay, keep your head up. Obviously, it's a very difficult, you know, if you don't feel like you're racing well, a good race can just come like that, you know. That's the truth. Anyway, we're going to see some moves here. Soul's going to get on with it. 3 wide down to turn 1. It's going to be Soul's getting past his teammate, is it? Or his teammate just tries to fight him still, and they make contact, go off the track. I think MJB did push Souls off, but obviously that is, to be honest, not a massive time loss. Just a bit of a squeeze there, and MJB maybe just not in the mood really for battling. I mean, he's had a very difficult race today, let's just say. It's not been his day. I think a lot of these guys are just trying to race around now for a safety car. There's a big field spread, as we now see Humph. Is this going to be a move? Anything can happen. Yaz pits though. This is a 2-stop then. So he has been on those tyres for 19 laps. He doesn't think they're going to get to the end. And he doesn't think they're going to get to the end. That's an interesting point, maybe an interesting strategy. Ferraris keep battling. Souls and MJB fight on. Last corner. As the Ferrari boys are fighting. This is no team orders. Boogeyman sets the fastest lap. He's going to be ahead of Yaz. Yaz will be ahead of these two. So just a bit of strategy games. It will make the race more exciting for sure. It'll be interesting how Yaz can get on the mediums. He's still on for a nice points position. So, MJB is ahead of Souls. Ferrari guys battling away. It's very difficult if your teammates and one's having like a really good day in the office and the other guy is struggling. But Souls is now going on the outside. MJB into turn 5. Around the outside. That's a beautiful move. Beautiful move by Souls. MJB is going to stick in there though, turn 8. He's going to go side by side through turn 8. As all Souls gets pushed off again. That was a good battle then between them two. The Ferrari guys, no team orders. Just pure battles. And let's go back to the front of the race with Humph, well, not doing a move. He's just sticking there. That's a fair enough strategy, to be honest. I mean, wait for the last lap, eh? In none again. Blow is pushing on, perhaps. Well, to be fair, those tyres can go 150 laps, I'd say. That would be reasonable. Yaz makes a move. Boogeyman loses a place. So Yaz, 2-stop strategy. May as well. To be fair, he was sticking with Max, so I'm not sure like it's the best decision in the world. But if he thinks he can catch 19 seconds or just try something else, why not? Don't blame the lad. To the front, Humph and Hobnob with Blow. It's just been strong driver from these three, and it's a well-deserved top 3 at the moment. They've been very strong compared, obviously, to more chaos down the field, in the midfield, and some strategy, but they've got it spot on today at the moment. Obviously, commentator's curse may kick in, but I don't want to put mockers on that. Yaz has caught 2 seconds on this lap, so he's doing a good job, Yaz, and those mediums may get to the end, but it might just be too much of an ask. Sets the fastest lap, so nice one. MJB is with Souls, and we see a yellow flag, and Kuruma has gone off again. So, yeah, he's having a bit of problems with that corner. He's driving around for the final point at the moment, as Kuruma may get lapped at some point. The front guys are not that far behind, but the fighting continues. So, the front guys just sticking together. I don't know what else to say, really. It's not the most entertaining fight, but I'm sure it will heat up towards the end. It can only get better from here. Come on, guys. Someone make a move. We're going to see a move for Hump then towards turn 1. No, of course not. He's just sticking back. And into none. I want to see his telemetry. 100%. It's nuts, isn't it? Just management, and that's just obviously the way in Formula 1, especially nowadays. You see more management rather than racing, which is reflective in the game at the moment. Anyway, Yaz has put another strong lap in. That's another 2 seconds gain on Max. Would he be able to get within 3 seconds? At the moment, he's looking good, but I think maybe the tyres are going to struggle to keep up with him. Obviously, those mediums are quick to start with. We saw his fastest lap. Obviously, the fastest laps in this race is Yaz by a long margin at the moment. Souls is 6 tenths off of his best lap. So the Ferrari boys are really scrapping, and it's been a tough day at the office, let's just say, for MJB and beyond as well. Multiple incidents. I think we will see some tickets and stuff after the race. Things may come out of the reasons why. Alright, let's keep an eye on these front guys. Humphrey's got the hurry up now. No, not at the minute. Jens is starting to catch them actually, slightly. Callum has left the session, maybe to do something else, but yeah, an unfortunate race for him. He DNF'd. Yurt is keeping up with Beyond, so the defending champion is fighting with Yurt. What can Yurt do? Obviously the McLaren there, absolutely trying his best. MJB has gained a place on Souls. What happened there? Did he just Souls lose it or something? That's obviously that's what happened to him. He's lost the place. Will Yurt make a move on the defending champion of the Friday tier? Will Yurt, has he got enough ERS? Let's have a quick check. It's just not much. I'm just sticking with Bjorn, and that's respectable, really. I think this is a really difficult track for Bjorn. It's not. I don't really think this is a Bjorn track, but yeah, it's not the best, obviously, for him. Nearly a second has been broken. It did get broken, but Hump is using all of his ERS to keep up. That's an interesting approach. Maybe Blow did use his ERS as well to get a little bit of a gap on, to get a move on to Hump. He obviously is obviously trying his utmost in the Mercedes to get this win today. I think there's a real possibility at this stage, but we'll see. Maybe Hobnob will have something to say as well, and Blow, of course, he will have something to say. He's been driving a very strong race, it has to be said. Jens is P4, not much to say really. Just sticking in there, Jens. Nothing else I could really say. P4 is a decent points position. Souls is battling MJB. It's not a move for Souls. So MJB is probably just really struggling here. Is it going to be a move for Souls into turn 5? Well, no. We switch around into the downhill complex then. We head towards turn 7. Turn 8 now, so Souls. Oh, it looks much faster. But MJB, obviously, that DRS train. DRS is powerful here. To the front, guys. Hump, not enough to make a move. Not enough. It's simply not enough. But all this side-by-side action of Ferraris then through turn 12. We'll see Souls stay on the outside of MJB. MJB defends it as well as he can. Remains side-by-side then through 13. 13, not into 14. Souls makes the move. MJB is going to have his DRS open up in a moment. DRS open on the Ferrari as they continue to fight. Nice little battle between these two. As yes, that's a move for MJB. So nice little battle there between two drivers on this track. There's an incident. No, it's not an incident. That's just Karuma slowing down for the front guys. It was good of him to just get out of the way. 5 laps, not many laps left here at Spain, and I have to say it's not been the best race ever. The start was absolutely chaotic, frantic stuff, but it's really just been quiet ever since then. Not a whole lot to say, except obviously some moves and some damage and stuff occurring. Will we see a move for Humph? Oh, a bit of weaving going on. He was trying to judge Blow's position, but not a move for Humph. It will be interesting, obviously. Hobnob was just sat there the whole time. He must be having a fun time, just sticking with the front guys. Maybe there might be a warning and penalty still. That's the jeopardy of Spain. It's been a boring, lonely race for Max for now, but probably more for Jens. P4 is on the horizon. Yaz is still charging. I think maybe 6. If he can get 6 more seconds, he can get that P5. It's not obviously the worst. More battling from the Ferrari, so these guys are providing a lot of on-track battles. Beyond this breaking DRS to year, it's very difficult to break DRS. Especially as Spain. Sol's trying to make a move. No, it's not happening at the moment. MJB just fighting on, really. Just trying to get to the flag. Sol's just behind. He's keeping him honest. That looks like a big pile of smoke. Humph, will it be time? No, it's not time. Come on, Humph. Speed up, mate. We need to see a move soon. Well, one of these guys. Come on, maybe Hobnob. Or just Blow. Provide even more action. That's the boogeyman. Just running a lonely race. That's a common theme here. Lonely race. But these two aren't having low. They're having a really good battle, the Ferraris. It's going to be another move for Souls, potentially. It's 4/10 of a second now. NJB moves to the inside. No, it won't come back to the outside. Souls is going to be clear into turn 1. Yes, Souls makes another move with the DRS, so that's another nice overtake. Yaz, about 5 seconds to catch to Max. It's, I think, a bit too much of a task, but yeah, it's worth it. Maybe he didn't think the hards would make the end, which is actually quite a real possibility sometimes. Oh, we might see a move here. Hobnob's quite close to Humph. Hobnob will pressure Humph into using his ERS. They are going to use the ERS a lot. As Hobnob looks on the outside, bit of contact between the front two. As Hobnob asking a question, and Humph asked the question back to Blow. Lap 31 of 33. It's absolutely flown by. Humph then looking towards the front still. They're just charging the ERS ready for the last lap battle. That's probably what this is going to be, a last lap battle. Now we see MJB. Will this be a move for P8? Souls fights this on the outside. Ferraris continue to fight well. And Souls a bit wide. And to be fair, MJB has done that a few times as well. But they've made side by side. Oh, there's a crash. And that's damage for both Ferraris. Not for both Ferraris. MJB has taken the hit. I'm not sure really what completely happened, but they've just... MJB's front wing has been wrecked as a result. Maybe just a move there in turn 3. Back to the front. Penultimate lap now begins as we see a possibility of a move. Will Humph go for it? Hobnob's going on the inside. No, backs out last second. Will this be a bit of DRS games or ERS situation? It's going to be absolute management central here. Kruma's in the pit lane. He's going for fastest lap. Oh, that'll be worth a go. As the front guys are going to continue with the ERS saving. Looks like probably all of them are going to be near 100%. I think this will be in the hands of Humph at the moment. But let's see, all to play for still at Spain. For the front guys, we're about to enter towards the last lap. Souls and MJB continue to fight. That Souls gaining the place. But this most important battle to keep an eye on here is the front 3. because now this is the last lap. They've been managing for the last lap ever since they started building a train, and now let's see who's going to be claiming victory here. Last lap in CLR Friday. Humph is going to open his DRS. Is he going to go for the lead now? Yes, it's got to be the time. It's got to be the opportunity. Blow holds P2 then. So Hobnob doesn't make a move. Will Blow then look for a move later on in the lap? I think this is what might happen. This is going to be an absolutely tight fight. The Ferraris have lost DRS, so this is the battle we are going to keep our eyes on for the remainder of the race. As Blow, Humph is going to use none to regain some ERS. I just want to have a quick look at Blow's ERS. Looks quite good. He has a chance for a move into turn 10. Just keep it stable through these corners. It's a bit slow for Humph there. As always, is it going to be enough for Humph? It might be. The DRS is now open for Blow. A bit of weaving on the final straight. No move on there. It looks like it's going to be a day for Humph to remember once again, as he's going to get one step closer to the championship. He has basically won the championship in round 14. Well, has he won the championship? This is a defining day probably. But Humph is now going to claim his another victory in CLR Friday at the Spanish Grand Prix. He wins in Spain as it's the checker flag. Blow gets P2, P3 for Hobnob as Jens is about to cross the line. This is going to be P4 for the Williams driver. Max is going to get P5, but just about, because Yaz was close, but not close enough. Because that's going to be 1.2 second gap. Yeah, not enough for Yaz on that occasion. P6 is still a good result. Boogeyman gets P7. Very lonely race for a lot of these guys. It's probably not the best race, not the best race I've ever watched. Souls is going to claim P8 for Ferrari. So yeah, good finish for Souls, good points. MJB, that's not what we want to see from him today. Not the best race. Beyond now crosses the line P10. A difficult day at the office for him as well. And Yurt claims P11 as he does a little bit of weaving, but respectable. P11, nice points for Yurt. He'll be happy for that. What a boring race, says Jens. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, mate. I don't think that was the most interesting race. As yeah, P4, yeah, good points, mate. Souls says in the chat, up 10, let's go. Yeah, well done, Souls. Good finish, P8. Jens, I drove like 20 laps just alone. Yeah, I think a lot of guys drove 20 plus laps just alone. I have to award my driver of the day in a bit. Just going to wait for the podium to load and get the results on the stream. And obviously not the time trial, the race director. Humph, a smug little walk onto the podium. He's been there many times now. He's having an incredible season. This is unbelievable stuff. Dominance from Humph shows again. Well, it wasn't dominance, it was well managed. Really good. Humph P1, Blow P2, P3 for Hobnob. That's a P4 for Jens, P5 for Max. Yaz gets P6. So that's P7 for Boogeyman, 8 for Souls, 9th for MJB, 10th for Beyond, Yurt, Karuma. Complete your race finishers. Because Callum, Kayam, Scouser, Reggie, Boomba, Kamilu, and Jordan retired. Right, race director, just quickly. That was timed well. Timed well. Yeah, Souls, well done. Good points. Karima nearly got the fastest lap. Unlucky. So that leaves me to award driver of the day. I think for me today, I think I'm going to award. I need to just quickly think about it. I'm going to award driver of the day to Souls because he drove a solid race around Spain, and he's got some good points for himself. You know, it was just a safe race from him, and he claimed I could maybe Yaz as well. I think it's between them two. Because to be honest, those guys had a hectic start, and Yaz came back as well. So I'm just going to award it to Souls actually because it's his best finish in CLR. It's right for me to award it to him. Obviously, it wasn't like a noteworthy battle at the front. It was a very quiet battle. But congratulations. I'll give it to Souls today. Yeah, just a nice points finish for you and clean race. Right. So let's just check up on the calendar. Right, next week we see. Oh no. It's the Baku Azerbaijan Grand Prix in the Thursday tier, and we have the Singapore Grand Prix on the Friday tier. So a week of streets, and I think a day of chaos on Thursday. So I want to say quickly a huge thanks to everyone for watching tonight's stream. Nice fun as always. It wasn't the best race I've ever watched, but it's not the worst. I think Baku was worse, to be honest, because all the crashes and only 4 drivers made it. So, yeah, good to see. So, yeah, we'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.